All right, welcome back to the Growth Day, everybody. One of the things I get asked a lot about is my opinions on the law of attraction. Is it real? How's it really work? Can you think and grow rich? Or do you have to think and do to become rich, and rich in every single area? So first thing is this. You have to know that you already are what you want to be. It's just a matter of tapping into that version of you, that extension of you that's not yet been tapped into or revealed yet. But that part of you that you want to be, you already are. All of that potential was sown into you when you were born. There's just a block there that's not allowing you to reveal that version or that extension of yourself, or you haven't tapped into that part of you yet. And so to start out, you've got to live by complete faith in this assumption, and that no, when you have thoughts and feelings that don't serve you and they enter your awareness and they're kind of contradictory to that thought, that is not from God. You got to live by complete faith in the assumption that it is true that you already are who you want to be. And it's just a matter of discovering that part of you. This is so critical because I think oftentimes people think, I'm just not that way, or that part of me doesn't exist, or I'll never have that, or I've got to go chase this. And it's not outside of you, it's within you. And what's great about life is it's always been within you. It's just not been a part of your awareness. Your imagination is a revelation in your life of what's possible. You know, I use the word dream and vision a lot, but in my book, In the Power of One More, I use the word imagination. Imagination in your life is a glimpse of what's possible. It's a revelation. I really believe dreams to some extent are God just showing you a little peek of what's possible in your life, of what your potential is. Trying without belief is empty. When we attempt something, we've got to believe. We've got to know. Because when we effort something with knowing, it's much more powerful than hoping. And so when you live this way, you can call all things into existence as if they already did. You can go into a partnership with God and pray about it and call the things into your life and pray for that direction and that discernment to call it into your life. And by doing so, the universe begins to cooperate with you in this assumption. And even if you're not a person of faith, you are somebody who truly knows that you've seen other people in life that come from less than you acquire great wealth, acquire great protection, acquire peace in their life because they eventually find out it was always there. If I'd have allowed conformists to project their small thinking onto my life, it's almost terrifying to think about where I would be in my life right now. And not only that, I would not have the wealth that I've built in my life, but I wouldn't have the protection for my family, and I certainly would never have tapped into peace. Peace is really finally understanding who you are and whose you are. And so you're not a conformist. That's what cowards do. Your job is to partner with God in the creation of your life and to ask for direction, ask for the resources, ask for the right people, ask for Him to help you tap into what is already within you. Believe it or not, these things will begin to pursue you that you imagine and dream about. What you will find is that more things will pursue you. More people will show up. More circumstances, more opportunities will begin to pursue you if you can start to believe that what's been placed in your imagination. See, I actually think imagination is actually not from our mind. I think imagination is actually from our hearts. We do not attract into our lives what we really desire. We attract into our lives who and what we are. And long-term, human beings find a way to be consistent about what they believe about themselves, that the world conspires to deliver to you what you really believe you're worth, what you believe you're capable of, what you can most actually believe you already are. You are given that which you are long-term in life. If you can begin to work on having the feeling that would be yours as if you already were in possession of something, and you can rehearse that feeling over and over again, repetitively acting in congruency with it, you walk and you talk, etc., as if you already possess it, that you begin the process of thoughts are magnets of drawing those circumstances into your life. Protection could be that you feel in a relationship you're safe in, or you've built, protection for your own family, and that you can physically or financially defend yourself or spiritually defend yourself, and then peace in your life. See, if you can actually begin to adopt the feelings and the emotions repetitively, and you begin to create that, what we'll just call chemistry in your body, that neurobiochemistry in your body, what happens when you rehearse it is you become familiar with it, and your mind moves towards what it's most familiar with. And because you're familiar with this, and you are acting and feeling as if you possess it, you begin to behave in a way. Behaviors, your habits and rituals change. The way you walk, you talk, you act, the choices you make daily. But what you really want is peace. What you really want is peace. But you think if I had more prosperity and I had more protection, then I could afford myself the time to work on my peace. And what I'm saying to you is that you can have all three, and all three of them already exist within you. You can't transfer to somebody that which you're not experiencing yourself. The greatest gift you can tap into yourself in the sacred version of you. Let me tell you the type of peace that I would love for you to have, if I could wish a gift for you, above the peace of God, which goes beyond all understanding. Peace with you. To be at peace with yourself. I love me. I like me. I've tapped into all of the good things that God gave me that were always there. Finding peace with yourself and loving yourself is one of the most sacred gifts you can ever give you. And I believe one of the keys to doing that is you have to know yourself before you could love yourself. Act in congruence with who you truly are. So if I'm right that all of these great things that you think you want already exist within you, and if you can begin to adopt that belief and act and feel as if you're that person already, what I'm saying to you is you'll find a peace within yourself that will give you every other thing you want in your life, and these things will begin to pursue you. See, ask yourself this, the protection part. Who should you be protecting in your life? Prosperity is a birthright of yours. I don't just mean wealth. Prosperity is a right to feel prosperous, to feel as if you're growing, to feel as if you're expanding. And when you are tapping into those parts of you and changing the way you behave, you're going to begin to like you a lot more. You're going to begin to love you a lot more. What does a great leader do? A great leader sees your potential, don't they? A great leader sees something in you, believes in you, even when you don't believe in yourself. They're seeing who you really are, and you are blinded by your life's experiences, your traumas, your letdowns, your limited amount of success, the hurts you've gone through, the setbacks. The Bible says where the people have no vision, they will perish. But oftentimes there's a vision, it's just blurry. You just can't quite see who you really are, or there's a depth perception issue, and you just believe all these things are further away than they are. It's changed your perception of how far things are when they were always right here. In fact, you always possessed them. And so I have to tell you that when you begin to change these things about you, you begin to become the real you. And the real you already has these things. The real you already feels these things. The real you can have all of the peace he or she wants, all of the prosperity you desire, all of the protection. It's already within you. It requires work because you've been this limited person all your life. And this person's a great person, and they've had a good life maybe. But there's always been a part of you that knows you were born for more, created for more. And it's one of those three or all of those three. You want more prosperity, more protection, feel safer, or to be able to protect more people you love. But I can tell you the holy grail of all of it is you want more peace. You want more peace. And just remember these few things. It'll just give you some peace, okay? You can have a new identity at any time you want in your life. You were born to do something great with your life, and it already exists within you. And once you know that, and you create an imagination and a vision for what that's going to look like, and you begin to feel and act as if you already possess that right now, more of these things will chase you than you can possibly imagine.